Hello, hello, hello. What's going on out there in the void of space tonight? Let's see who is in the chats of Twitch and YouTube. Let's have a look. And Steam. Oh, all right. This is going to be a big cam for a second. Hello. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. We should be joined by Aaron a little later here, but this is where you see my camera quality flailing slightly. It's not designed to be so big. But anyway, it's good to see you guys. I'm gonna sit back a little bit. Good to see you, Bill, Toasty, Space, Indrasil, Grabanton, Lieps, Echo, Loki, Wolf, Charlie, Psycho, Feroz, Tenep, The Bull, Banana. I see Evenstar, Shrinkle, Marissimo, Koro, Daughters of Kazmo, Arasil, Backyard, Umbalo, Rexo, Nozid, Jordan, Copper, Bullslayer, Ada, DJ Monkey Man, Felix, and many more. It is great to see everybody on this fine week. We are now into week 2 of Space Engineers 2. So, how has it been in the last week, guys? You've had a whole another week of building. We have seen some incredible creations, which we're going to be sharing with you tonight. And, of course, we are heading towards already, the next update for SE2. 1.1 it's coming. And, of course, when this drops, this is going to be huge, another big step in the community sense with the support of Steam workshops. That's going to be massive. I'm just saying, if Aaron, if you can hear me, you can join via that link. So, we'll try and address some questions today, as well as do some showcase. What I will say is that there has been a lot of hotfixes. You've probably noticed there's been a lot of hotfixes over the last week, and some exclusive info. It might not be 1.1, but there's going to be another hotfix releasing in like 20 minutes or so. So another hotfix is on the way. So I'm hoping, just give me like I'm just like, I know definitely it's definitely been already felt by some players, but give me like a little 07 in the chat if you have indeed had one of your issues or crashes fixed one of these hotfixes, because the guys are coming out with them so quick. Hold on a second. And while you let me know on that point, let's see. Aaron, can you hear me? Testing. Oh no. He can hear me, but I can't hear him. This is probably my fault, Aaron. It's okay. This is why I was... Let's see here. Hold up. All right. Can I hear you now? Testing. Trying to page him in. What am I missing here? Let me see. This is... No, not yet, mate. I can see your levels coming through. I didn't change anything since the last stream, but this is why this system that we're using, I don't fully trust it yet. Let me see if I change it to... Ooh, let's change it to this. Oh, wait a second. I know why. It's not working, I think. We're going to hear Aaron, I think, now. Aaron, can you hear me? Can we hear you?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
No.
Aaron,
oh, great.
Chat, can you hear Aaron as well? And we'll bring him in here. Let's have a look.
Oh, I'm looking a bit rough tonight, Joel.
Has it been one? It's been a heavy week, has it, mate? Hold on. Hold up. Let me just get this up here. Let's bring you on in. And we're going to go here. All right. I think the community can see and hear both of us now. I think you're a bit quiet. I'm going to boost you up.
Yeah, I'm under construction here at the minute, so I've had to move some things around, sadly. So there's a little box in the background.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I saw that because I think like last week it was this solid black kind of screen with the grey.
Yes,
and you can still see that, but it's a bit of work happening at home.
Yeah, we did a bit of under construction of the office just to make it a bit more comfortable. So we've got a box and a few other bits in the background until I sort that out. This weekend will be a bit of a building session. We'll sort this office out, make it look a little bit nicer.
Oh yes, that's it's got to be done. All those home projects. Is he louder now? I've turned Aaron up to the max I can. It might.
I'll turn myself up a little bit as well.
Let's see. Wait, 1 2 1 2 1 2. I think he looks like I might be still a little bit higher than him. I can turn me down, but I can boost him as well. I think I can boost him here. Let's see, 100 or 110%. 100. Let's see. All right. So Aaron, I was just doing the intro there, and just kind of, I think I'm not sure if you heard what I covered, based on the fact that, it's been another exciting week as we enter week 2 of Space Engineers 2, and that there's been a lot of hot fixes, and there's a hot fix coming very soon, in the next 10 minutes or so. So how's it been for you from your point of view?
It's been incredible, hasn't it? We've managed to get so many hot fixes out to issues, and we're also working on all the key binding, the mouse sensitivity, as well as the additional controls that people have requested. They're in the works, so it's really exciting, really. We're getting that feedback on board, we're processing it, getting it to our team. So thank you very much, and thank you for providing the feedback and the bug reports as well. And some of the bug reports that are coming in are great, filled with loads of detail and logs as well, and that's what we like to see.
That's great to hear. I mean, there's a lot of chatter still about the keybinds and all that stuff, because I think we can all understand that right now, like this is still making it relatively difficult for some users to play, because maybe they're left-handed, or it's so I definitely, as you've already said, the team is hotly on this, and I'm sure the community will be appreciative as soon as that can come out, honestly, and the y-axis invert and all this kind of stuff. So
exactly. So it's quality of life, isn't it? We need them controls. Players need them, especially if you're a left-handed player or used to playing with an inverted mouse. These controls are going to make it just so you can play a hell of a lot easier in Space Engineers 2.
Definitely. So that's I still see a lot of people talking about that. So that's definitely good that we get out there today. And I also just said, I see a hiker in the chat. Workshop is the next major update coming, 1.1, and it's not that long away, is it, Aaron? I mean, relatively speaking, in the grand scheme of things, it's not very far away.
Not very far away, and I think you're going to be excited about this one. Once you start sharing them grids with your friends, showing what each other have been working on, it is a fantastic experience, and we desperately need it. So not far away, just be patient for a little longer, and you'll be able to share your grids with everyone else.
I saw one comment in the chat saying, "Oh, please take a bit longer. I'm still working on my ship." So
yeah. Well, I also saw another one said Aaron has stolen all the doors in SE2.
Yeah, it's they're already stockpiled at Aaron's house there. So
yeah, we've just got to put them in the frame so they can actually close and open.
Exactly.
Nice.
Exactly.
Now, funny enough, Joel, that was the first thing I did when I got my hands on Space Engineers 2. The first thing I tried to do was close and open a door, and I was like, yes, this is in progress, right?
That does. I mean, one of the things is the doors is that I think some people are thinking it's a bug, that it's like, oh, the doors aren't closing, but it's just simply not there. But I think in general, I feel like a lot of I still have this really good feeling of the community who are kind of sharing the news and the word, so players who maybe haven't heard it are being kind of informed, even if they're not catching some of the posts that we're making. I think also just touching again on what Aaron said, guys, definitely keep up the feedback and the bug reporting, because this has been huge. I'm not sure if we have any stats to share. It'd be cool if we could stay some stats, but there's been a lot of it already, and I always come down to the fact that it's crucial that you feedback on every element that's in the game right now, because it's still very easy to get excited about planets and survival, multiplayer, NPCs, all this stuff in the future, but it's crucial that what is in the game right now, the creative mode, the kind of new building system, all of this, the control scheme, it's super important that this is solidly, as I say, balanced, but done in a way that the community feels good about. And of course, there'll be some options here and there, but I just wanted to emphasize that.
It's perfect, really, isn't it? The dream is to adjust, change things, get the community's feedback, and fine tune these settings to make Space Engineers 2 even better. So every time we get this feedback, and I've been looking through the support site, looking at the polls, looking what's popular. Also been looking at some of the messages that you've been asking from the support agents as well, and it's absolutely critical, really, in developing Space Engineers 2. This feedback, so the feedback that you guys deliver, check the other threads that are there, make sure there's not a duplicate, so it makes our life a little bit easier, but at the same time, commenting on these things allows us to raise them with the developers and get them sorted out straight away for you. Well, I say straight away, as soon as we possibly can fit that in.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, so guys, I don't see a ton of, well, there is questions, like Aaron, I said, like, you know, in general, for us, it's not always the easiest people to ask questions to, because either we're not able to talk about it just yet, or maybe if it's technical, we don't have the answers. But if there are any questions you guys have about maybe especially what you've experienced so far, you know, we're happy to address some stuff there as well. But we're going to get into the show, the spotlight here pretty soon. Aaron's shared with me some cool builds. And,
I'm excited about this. It's gonna be really good.
So let's have a look here. If we're going to pull out, just pull a couple.
So, because like the main big question that we've been getting is about the controls, but we've already kind of gone over that and addressed that. But yeah, if you want to pull some out, Joel, and we'll see if we can talk about them.
So let's see what questions there are in the chat, guys. Just a couple here. We can do some more later, maybe. Let's just. I know we want to get. I mean, I know. Well, me and Aaron really want to get into this spotlight, so. Is Aaron that cold?
I just get excited about seeing all these cool grids.
People worried you're cold, Aaron.
Oh yeah, well yes, I'm a bit cold. I've literally just come in from being outside, so yeah, it's very cold in here, and I'm wrapped up tight in this very old house of mine. So it's absolutely freezing. You'll probably see me in all the streams, you know, dressed like it's -6 outside because it's freezing in this old house.
I'm actually. Will there be couches? That's a good question. You know, I think stuff like this. I think like decorative blocks. Like these are.
Here's a question for you, Joel.
Oh, okay. A question for me.
You, right? I saw that. Okay. Right. Well, this is a question for you and everyone in chat as well. Do you think the couch should have an inventory? And if you sit on the couch, you should lose things out your inventory into the couch inventory.
down the side pockets.
Like down the side.
Like stick a data pad. No, I mean, I honestly think. I mean. The idea of like some items having like hidden storage, I think is kind of cool. Like you think of a lot of games that have couches in them. I don't think like, I could be wrong. Yeah. You guys correct me, but I don't think they have storage. But like, you know, like if you reached under and stuck underneath or something, like it could be kind of cool. But I don't know if it would be confusing if you pressed F on. I don't know. Like I think there could be.
It'd be cool if it opened up and like had a hidden gun store underneath or something. You know, like the crate we've got that opens up. If we had a sofa that opened up and it's got like racks of ammunition and a few assault rifles in there, or even just backup tools like for that emergency situation.
No, I mean, Dr. Sarcasm was saying hidden storage like smuggler compartments. I think it's kind of cool because then you have a ship, and in the future, you know, kind of, you know, you're exploring it, and you know, you're kind of, I say, looting, looking for clues, whatever. And rather than, I don't know, just being like the main computer or something, it'd be like, you know, go somewhere and search for, and there could be, you know, like secret compartments and stuff like that. I mean, it kind of, I guess if there's blocks of secret compartments, I think obviously players will then know about them. But at the same time, like you don't always think about it, because even now there are blocks in SE1 that have these inventories, and I don't think to check them when I'm running around, if that makes sense.
Well, but another big thing with a lot of the blocks that we see in Space Engineers, well, mainly Space Engineers 1 here, is that the blocks help the player tell a story when they're building their ship. Yeah. So the more options that they have, the different stories that they can tell. Like you said, if their ship's a smuggler, if it's a cargo ship, the more blocks that they have at the disposal allow them to tell that story in better detail. Yeah. So it's always interesting to see what players will do with the blocks that they have, and if they can tell a story by placing them blocks in a certain way.
I just love some of the comments here. We have couch of holding, LAZ rider couch. Yes, this is it, exactly. Yes, blocks help us tell stories. I love to hear you say that. Yes, exactly. I constantly lose things I stick in chair inventories. So that's really cool.
It's the same with cockpits, because sometimes you put things in a cockpit inventory and you can never access it again, or you forget it's there. Because I mean, even I believe with some of the older drop pods as well, we used to place hidden items, when they'd come and drop in within the cockpit inventory. And if you forgot about them, then it could be handy later to help you with your survival. But yeah, I always like to find a hidden stash of useful goodies somewhere on my ship.
No, definitely. It was a good. I didn't see that question coming, but there we go. It was a good spin on the community's question there, that's for sure. So let me see if there's something else here. There was a question here from Rob's asking any plans on licensing V-Ray to other gaming companies. Rob, I don't think there's like a rule against us or anything like that. I honestly think that if, I think if you reached out to Keen and you said, hey, I have this idea for a game or whatever, and I really would like to use V-Rage for it. I don't know if we have like a specific procedure in place, but we have definitely discussed it in the past, and I think it would be really cool. And I don't think there's anything stopping that from happening in the future, to be honest.
No, it'd be definitely a reach out, make contact, and see where your things go. Of course, they'd probably want a bit of an idea of what you're thinking of doing with it and whatnot. But yeah, it'd definitely be a reach out, make contact, and see, propose an idea and whatnot, and then maybe something could happen in that sort of direction.
There's a second comment. Space Ace says, I'd like to develop a game on V-Rage 3 in a couple of years when it's complete. You think about it, guys. You think the planets, you think the voxel tech, the volumetric water tech. If you guys see Aaron drop out, it's because I see he's got like red bars or orange bars. So Aaron, is your internet like fine normally? I'm just wondering if there's somewhere else, or is it a bit sketchy?
No, it should be absolutely fine. Like, I don't know if it's just because the room's in a bit of under construction.
Oh, interesting. Okay,
that's the issue, because I'm plugged into the internet here, so it should be pretty good. Unless my dog's playing with the cable downstairs that I don't know about. Usually the internet's great.
It's fine again now. It's a couple of times it's fluctuating. I don't know if there's anything on my end, but it's okay. Like we're good for the most part. I just letting the chat know if you see Aaron disappear, he should be back shortly. When Y invert? Soon Y invert. We, as I say, Leatherman, we already touched on that, and that and the keybinds. It's something the guys are really actively working on, because I think some people are not playing the game as much as they'd like to because of this. Some of the either keybinds they miss from SE1 or keybinds that they just miss in games in general. Like, there's some games, if you have certain preference, every game you play, you'll switch the y-axis, or you'll switch things specifically if you're left-handed or whatever.
Personally, like I can't fly inverted mouse. This is like a touchy subject, I know, but I have to fly the normal way on the mouse. Like, flying the other way just feels so weird. I don't know if you ever set your mouse the other way in previous games, to an inverted setting.
Well, like when I've definitely flown. What is it? What have I flown? I want to say, like, is it some, like, I don't know, War Thunder, but I've definitely played some games in the past where, like, the axis is like, by default, it's like, I guess, inverted to what Space Engineers is, if that makes sense. And I kind of got used to it. I don't know how to describe it, but, like, I feel like there are some games where that direction makes somehow more sense of that. I don't know. But in SC, of course, my muscle memory is completely set on it, how it is by default. But I have played games where, like, I feel like it's inverted, relatively speaking. So I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely a weird one. It can be a strange one. Either way, if you're used to either way. I'd love to know if the devs and designers have considered making the 2.5 size items a bit smaller to let us take advantage of the universal grid system. With them taking up the full 2.5 meters, it feels like we're stuck in large grid mode. I think I have seen some videos about this, Corazarius. So when you're talking about like a 1x1, 2.5 by 2.5 meter window, for example, at the end of the day, there's not that many blocks in the game right now, and because of the unified grid system, it can be any level of, it can be any size that's within that 25 centimeter grid system. So it could be it could be something like I don't know, 1.75 meter cockpit, for example. So I think there's nothing like stopping that in terms of, you know, if the team will do this moving forward, it's hard to say, honestly. And again, there's also obviously lots of blocks planned. The point is, I hear your point about that.
But this is a good one.
What do you think?
It's a good one for feedback, this one as well. I think this is a good one for feedback. Like I know there's a lot of very specific features, but this is probably one of the features that's not very specific. And it would cover like a wide variety of gameplay situations, having smaller blocks in that case. And I think a lot of people would enjoy something like that. So that is definitely one to leave in the feedback section. You know, pitch your idea, see what other community members see, and then they'll vote that idea up if they like it. But that's probably the best way of pitching it across, and seeing it in writing, you can process it as well a lot better than just reading a message in chat and trying to work out exactly, you know, what you're trying to get across at.
Yeah, and I think and again, guys, after the workshop update, it's going to be, the next major will be modding. And just remember, modding is going to go crazy. It's going to go real hard. And I think it's going to be interesting to see what modders do with that. And they kind of play into part of the feedback loop because, you know, the team has like a vision, but then modders, you know, they might experiment some things and players like, you know, really use these things, right? And then it's like, this is interesting. Like, obviously, you know, players are talking about it, but it's one thing if, you know, a mod is being used by like, you know, a quarter of the community or something like that. And I think still, this comes back to SE1 and some topics. I think there are still some blocks and stuff that just kind of come as natural additions to the game. But, you know, there has been examples of the team collaborating with modders on various features. I mean, the most famous, I think, is the fighter cockpit, but also the not the replay tool. It was the new spectator camera and stuff like that was one of them, and there might be more too out there. So I think this is also an interesting part of that kind of like feedback loop, because often modders can be making like blocks and making features that are like most demanded, if that makes sense, before even that our team has got to them.
It's an inspiration thing as well, isn't it? I mean, I think the developers inspire the modders, and then the modders inspire the developers, and then there's this loop of new content and new exciting things because there's people building things. Like the way I always try and think about it is our developers are building inside the box sort of thing. They've got a vision, they've got something that they're going to be following, and the modders don't have that. They can build to their own rules. They have no regulations on what they want to do or can do. So they build absolutely out there, outside the box, wild banana stuff. Sometimes it's really straightforward stuff, but it's a bit more technical than the game would go, such as the aerodynamics mod. People really like the idea of that, but it's not in the box of vision for the developers because it's just an extra layer of complexity. The same with all the shields and other mods like that. It's outside the actual scope of the game, but then these inspire features that we've got back into the game, so such as the actual shields that we do have in game to protect our base and stuff. So it's a very nice balancing act of the modders inspiring developers and developers inspiring the modders. So yeah, it's just a fun process. So when mods do come, it'll be a super exciting time.
And again, our team is as big as it's ever been, right? We have, you know, now 70 odd people on SE2, but it is still very hard to compete with the, you know, hundreds or thousands of modders. That's what's really cool about it. Like so when I say compete, I mean like modders in some ways, they can create certain like demands by the community, you know, sometimes say faster than our team are able to do, but that's also because there's almost like infinite ideas, and the team, you know, we have to focus on, at least as Marek's been saying, the core gameplay, the core of Space Engineers 2. And once that kind of 1.0 core gameplay has been reached, like what can come after that? Woo, who knows, right? So we modders simply pay fast and loose. It's one way of putting it, Copper. It's one way of putting it. But it's you know, we love the modders. We appreciate the modders. And the community, you know, modders are very well appreciated in the community. And, you know, workshop's going to come. Everyone's going to get stuck into workshop. And then modding's going to come. And that modding and workshop kind of go hand in hand, right? So it's going to be very, 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 very exciting. And I'm already seeing people kind of modding right now. You guys may have seen some leaky videos out there. people who know what they're doing have already managed to do some pretty incredible things with SE2, even though it's not like officially modding support yet. So I'm not sure if I'm sure you've seen those too, Aaron, right?
Yes, I'd say they're definitely digging around looking for things, and that is very exciting in its own way. But the modding side of things, I think we're just starting to peek in of what people are going to try and do. I mean, there's a lot of experimentation with what people can get access to at the moment. So it's more of like a battle of plugins sort of thing, but can they break into things and find features that are hidden behind the scenes? But when the modding support comes, that's when we're going to see the full-on array of features, and especially when the Steam Workshop arrives as well, then we're going to see people sharing what they've discovered.
Oh, 100%. Like, oh man, like it's crazy how glued I am to the moment, to the community and what they're doing. Like every day I wake up and I'm like checking the Discord, the Reddit, the YouTube, and I'm all like, I've been blown away by stuff in SE1. And I still am, to be honest. I'm just going to come in here and transition us to this.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people playing with the lighting as well. Like they're throwing lights at asteroids, and all these lights are sparkling off. And I mean, and then the same is, like you said, it's still really impressive what people are doing with Space Engineers 1 as well. There's so much support for it, and there's so many people that are investigating these different niches within the modding universe as well. So Space Engineers 1, still endless possibilities there, and we're just peeking into the possibilities of Space Engineers 2.
Yeah, and we're going to be... for those of you guys who out there who are kind of like, oh, you know, maybe where's the SE1 streams at? So we, obviously, it's been very hotly, how to word it, like, been very busy with SE2 stuff, and it's obviously, you know, been still very fresh, but rest assured, we will be mixing in some SE1 streams and SE1 showcases very soon.
And we'll also be seeing some Space Engineers 1 videos coming to the channel as well. So there's a lot of exciting things that we've got lined up for you for both Space Engineers 1 and Space Engineers 2. So don't panic about that.
And 206, which you've probably seen some teasers of. Spoke too soon. It's coming. It's coming. So, guys, I'm just prepping some... I want to start today's showcase off with this screenshot, if I can bring it up. Hold on.
Oh, you get me so excited, Joe, when we do these. I don't know why, but like I'm on the edge of my chair, like ready to...
That's my mission.
On the first screenshot.
Let me see if this is going to be the right one. Ah, damn it. Where is it? I think I got it here. Let's try and bring this up here. So, I want to start... Okay, hold on. I'm trying to pause it. There, now I think it will work now. So, boom. Actually, it wasn't on the first one. Okay, we can start with this. Oh, Aaron, let me see, because it's going to be delayed here. Let me see if I can...
It's all right. I can only see my own face on the one we're streaming through anyway, so I'm just
hold on a
watching it
second.
on stream as
if
we
I
go.
start virtual camera...
Oh.
Okay, I'm going to start...
I've just seen this.
Wait. Now, hold on. Where's my...
I don't know if I can contain my excitement for this one.
Can you see Aaron now? Can you see my screen or not?
No, I can just see my face.
That's good. That's good. Oh, here we go. Disable video. Okay, now you should be able to see it. Right. Now you can probably see it in real time.
There we go.
So it'll be saying not real time, but it'll be a couple seconds. So
yeah, I can see the low res version on this, and then the HD one. The corridors. We see so many fantastic corridors, aren't we?
Yeah, no, and this is by Friendly Smartboard, which I believe. I wonder if that was the same corridor creator that we saw last week. Do you guys remember the ones from last week? But look at this. This is
do you
set
think
of
this
corridors.
Is going to be a new thing? Like we're just going to see people build. Like, I mean, I know beautiful corridors existed in Space Engineers 1, but do you think this will be like a theme we'll see on the workshop? We'll see like great, nice ships, nice big and small ships, and then really nice corridors. You know.
No, I think so. Like, I mean, already this is a modular set here by Friendly Smartboard. So that's why I think I imagine they have like T section, they have straight sections, corner sections. So I do think that we will be seeing like people basically publishing like block sets, and it's actually something I'm not sure if it will be there day one, but like I really think it'd be great for us to have like, I don't know how we do it, like. We have the Steam Workshop and we have like blueprints, and they tend to be like single blueprints, right? But it'd be great if you could like well, I guess like collections you can kind of do that, right? Like Steam Workshop collections,
you
can kind of
collections, Sergio.
yeah, maybe you would just achieve it with collections. You'd subscribe to a collection, and that collection would be like, you know, corridor set or whatever, and in that, if you subscribe to all of them, it'll give you all the different variants there. So
I mean, there was another way that people were doing was they'd connect them all as one grid, and then you just unclip them and start, you know, pasting them around. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at that lighting though, Joe. Look at that lighting, that red ambience.
If you just
spilling across the floor into the corridor, that is so...
I know, it's that ray tracing.
I could just imagine like a little robot, or, you know, imagine a red alert aboard this place, and there's engineers running down the corridors, or a battle is ensuing, and there's bits chipping off the walls as the bullets are going flying.
Oh, exactly.
Lovely.
And I think this, you look at this, and I think part of the reason it looks so great is because it has the ray tracing going on there. But, you know, I had this conversation because someone asked me, was like, oh, you know, I'm thinking of getting the game, but like, I don't know if it looks good without ray tracing, because my game, you know, my system doesn't support ray tracing. So, you know, turn ray tracing off, and okay, it looks different, but it still looks very, very good, to be honest, because it's not just that, like the shadow quality and the lighting quality, ignoring ray tracing, are such a step up compared to SE1 here. So this is absolutely marvelous here. So I've got a couple more pictures of this corridor set here, I think.
Take us through them. Oh, it's the angles as well that these shots have been taken, haven't they? They're very artistic.
No, I know, yeah.
I like the use of them round pillars. And is that a button they've integrated into the side wall there? Because I can imagine, do you remember like some of the Star Wars corridors where there'd be buttons on the side and the actual corridor would like fold out or open up in some kind of way? I can't wait until we get some physics blocks like that. I mean, we can integrate them into the design. It's going to be beautiful.
Well, I know there are some people, I don't want to say they're on like on a strike, but there is definitely a group of players who are like, I will buy the game once there's pistons and rotors, which is interesting. Like they need those mechanical blocks, you know.
That's the thing that we've been saying as well. Like, guys, you know, it's all right to wait, keep following the development and waiting until the feature that you want is in, because it will come along, and when that feature arrives, it's going to be even more fun to play. So, you know, if you want to get in at the start and support us and, you know, give us the feedback, report, get the bugs going on, that's great, but wait for that feature otherwise, and then jump in.
Oh, 100%. And that's this message is still, I do think, has been received pretty well. And, you know, I think it's really been great to see this. And, you know, definitely remind us, guys, one thing is the support site and stuff, but always, you know, we definitely appreciate any, you know, like if you guys are leaving reviews as well about your experience and stuff, that's also really useful as well. So that's something that we also, I know I enjoy going through those as well, and it's been great to see us. You know, we're so sat very positive right now, so that's great. And I think you know, I think it's been really nice to see the players kind of understand where we're at with the game, but they're just excited to get stuck in right now, and they're excited to support the development, because guys, man, I mean, you're seeing things, you've seen these screenshots, you're seeing maybe some of the leaks, you're seeing what we've been talking about. Like,
you know what,
we're so early right now, we're so early. Go on.
Imagine when there's water and water floods one of these corridors.
Yeah.
My mind's gonna be blown when that happens.
Yeah.
Like the idea of crashing a giant ship into water and having it fill up as you're trying to escape is just it's just gonna be really cool.
Definitely. And then you would slam that button. It's like, you know, I don't know, there's like I don't know, but like some kind of like thing, like, we're going down. You slam the button, and like these big kind of like blast doors kind of like lock it off and like stop the water from flooding any deeper and stuff. And then you can pump out the water and all this kind of thing. So yeah, water is going to be like a whole, and I mean, water for starters, and then obviously Marek has touched on what, you know, fluids there could be in the future. We'll say that there's a lot of potential with the volumetric tech that the guys are working on. So I won't even repeat it. Marek talked about some of them, but if I say them, I will get too excited. So, but yeah, there's definitely a lot of potential there. So I think we have one more picture. There we go. More red for you, Aaron. More red alert there.
Oh, more red alert. Yeah. Like the red in the previous shot was a really exciting amount of red. This is a lot of red. This also almost looks like, you know, a space engineer's been murdered here. But yeah, I could definitely imagine some little droids running around this corridor, couldn't you? Like some little.
Oh yeah, I
robots
can. Like,
cleaning.
yeah, that's so true.
Yeah.
And welcome whoever's
what have we
joining
got
us
lined up
tonight.
for us next?
Well, I know. Well, I think the next one is the one I wanted to start with. Let's see. It is. So, this image, guys, I wanted to share with you. It was sent in by one of our community members, Mr. Clemay. The reason I'm sharing it is it was very interesting. This is a quote here. I quote Clemay. SE2 looks crazy optimized. Red ship spam and only 8% CPU load. So what you're looking at right here with 8% CPU load, I haven't tested this myself, but like, you know, that's something that's even I can tell is impressive. Like, I don't know how many ships there are there, but this is not like I had to work like a ship spotlight, but it's kind of like a performance spotlight. So I don't know how you guys have been getting on with performance, be that, you know, CPU, GPU, but this makes me really excited because this is just a test that I think Climb themselves did. But the point is that, like, again, super early here, and we've talked about it, that the game... Go on, what are you going to say, Aaron?
I was going to say, I thought this was going to be a screenshot of where we park all the crash red ships. When we do. We've got to put them somewhere, haven't we? But go on, sorry.
No, exactly. That's where, like, we load them all up before we send them out to everyone's personal worlds there. So, yeah, it's just a touch, because people are talking about performance, and I tell you, Aaron, I've been playing a fair bit of SE2 these last weeks, and I honestly, even in this early stage, like the game feels so like smooth and fluid. It's definitely, I don't know what kind of magic the guys have put into it, but it's definitely already recognizable. And as we always talk about, the potential for optimization is on a whole nother level. Like there's so much the guys can get out of this. It's so early on that front too. Go ahead, Aaron.
It's just a lot prettier on the screen. It just looks lovely on the screen, doesn't it? Like when I'm building back in SE1, I'm like, oh, I wonder what this would look like in SE2, and then maybe I sneak the build over to SE2, fill it off a little bit, and go, oh, this is quite nice, and then go, yeah. maybe later we'll come back to this, and
yes,
we'll build this when there's some more features.
Exactly. Yeah, there's some. I'm reading the comments here. It's true. Yeah. So now we come back to a traditional showcase here. What do we have next? Oh! Now this is one that you sent me. Go on, tell me. This is made by Yoga.
So yeah, this is. I was unsure if we looked at this ship already, but when I saw this the other day, I was like, "This." It's the venting at the front. I think this is maybe a Yoga signature.
I am getting Yoga vibes from this. I'm not sure if Drew's in the chat, but I didn't have a name for this, but it definitely looks Yoga styled, but I'm not sure.
But yeah, there's a lot of detail going on, and I really like them engine bays, especially the use of that cockpit there in the center. This was taken from our Discord server, so if you are on the Discord, then get your things in the screenshot room or get them in the media rooms, and we might just take a look at them, perhaps in another live stream. But yeah, this is a lovely one, nice color scheme, simple white, red. It remains very sort of Republic. Would that be the right color scheme?
Yeah, I kind of see that. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Or right. Rebel, or is it more of a Rebel color scheme with the white and red?
Kind of like the Republic. It's got kind of the Republic vibes going on. The white with the white and red. Yeah, I see that.
Well, it's got them lovely little. It's got so much depth and detail.
It's not by Yoga. It's built by Dart 002. Forgive us, Dart and Yoga. So. It's. I think there's some of the design language that even like the glassings, the back. I was like, oh, this feels like a Yoga build. But apparently, it's Dart 002. So massive shout out to Dart 002 for submitting this on the Discord. And yeah, that was my bad, guys. I'll claim the mistake there. So a Colonial Viper, yeah, Colonial. I can see a little bit of that as well. But no, fantastic Dart. I'm not sure if Dart's here today, but go ahead.
Question just pop up about key bindings. We did answer this at the beginning. The key bindings are being worked on at the moment, but we don't have a natural time of when they will be available to rebind. But it's something our development team are working on at the moment. Sorry, Joel, back to you. And
no, that was all good. I'm gonna flick to the next screenshot here. So this is yeah, from above here.
That's got a lovely silhouette to it, hasn't it? But it's just the lighting as well as how the sun's reflecting off it, the engine boosters, that lovely blue sort of ominous sort of glow to them, and then them little wingtips. But it's just, there's so much depth into design that you could put in with them detailing cubes. So there's just more shadows that you could create and cast around them sort of areas.
No, it's and also the also really like the thruster effects as well. It's awesome, so cool. I'm going to flick through here. We have a couple more, I think, of this.
Yeah, we got that rear segment there. Look at that big thruster integrated into that design. You've got the wingtips that are kind of just almost overhanging from it, but that glow as well. These are lovely screenshots. What else have we got of this one? We've got one more additional one.
The front here?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, front view. I wonder if that's like a ramming tip idea, or it's more of, just a look factor.
So, I think I made one... Oh, there we go. That's a nice picture. I think that's the last image. But no, I see what you mean. Yeah, like it looks like it's kind of like this. I'd say like a not say speedboat, but it's definitely got like a kind of boat look to it with its like with a bow on the front. Like I kind of getting that. It looks like a gunboat or something. But in the back is more like a fighter craft. If you get me, like I don't know how to describe it, but like no, it's a very very nice build. And the lighting is fantastic too here. So.
What have we got next? What have we got lined up?
The next ship. Ooh. This is... Now, again, I look at this, I'm like, oh, what is the scale of this? And it is pretty big, and it's got this underslung bridge here that you can see. But again,
this was a bit of a mysterious one, this one, because I couldn't I'm struggling with working out what size are these grids. Like I'm trying to look for like the blocks that I know, like the thruster sizes.
Yeah.
But there's not too much to say. I'm guessing this is probably a large. It looks like a large ship, doesn't it? Because that glass cockpit in the underneath.
No, I mean I've had this as well, where I've taken a ship and I've tried to fly inside a hangar of another ship. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in a small ship, and then I get to the other ship. I'm like, actually, this is massive. So, I'm still getting used to like the block sizes here. But no, this is stunning. I mean, I don't know if there's a close up there, but look at the detailing on the side, like all these like, little cutouts and greeble work that's going on there. Do we have
This is a good example as well of how square you can build a ship with very square features and it still be very visually attracting. But go on.
I just wanted to know, did you have a name for this one, Aaron, as well?
I didn't. This is another one that we pulled from the Discord. So we can go through, and if you give me a few moments, I can actually have a look.
We will make sure we get their name out there.
Yes, we will.
Oh, hold on. That's the next person. We'll leave on this for a second. Hold on.
Let me have a scroll through.
I need to name the screenshots. When I download them by the creator name. It'd be nice if there was some, I don't know, if there was some way to like when you take screenshots that it would like, I don't know, put like your Steam username over it, if that makes sense. So then, I mean, it would be like a setting, right? But then whenever you shared a screenshot, it'd be like a signature.
A watermark or something.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't be forced it, but I mean, people probably wouldn't always do it, I guess. But yeah, it's that would definitely be something that would help.
So
MS Paint, yeah.
This one is, well, it's hiding the names for some reason.
Yeah, because
so I can actually see.
If you click on it, maybe. If you go to the top, it's like does it say streamer mode or something?
Ah, yes. Hold on. Let me see if I can adjust this.
Personalized watermarks. Yes. The game is so good in this. Sorry, I was reading this comment here. This game is so good this early in development, being able to make so much more content with it already. I'm pleased you're finding it, Niv, Jake. That's awesome. I'd love to hear that.
So the ship we're looking at is by Tremor X.
Tremor X.
And the
Tremor X.
And the quote that they put is trying to go nuts with the Greebles and a Scout Corvette. So it's a Scout Corvette. It is.
Scout Corvette by Tremor X with a lot of details.
I'm going to look at some closer detail. Yeah, it's fabulous, that, isn't it? But yeah, I've got it up now, so if we see any more unidentified ships, we can identify them.
UFOs. All right. Well, the next ship is coming. Let's have a look. Wow. So this is definitely big. I mean, again, it looks like this ship could be massive, but I'm seeing the extra large thrusters, as I call them, at the back of the ship, and they're like the same on the red ship. So it's probably like the same size as the red ship, is what my guesses would be. But what's amazing about it, again, like It's just it looks much bigger, I think, because of the detailing. I don't know if that makes sense.
So this one is by Lala 3D. And
Lala
this is
3D.
their first ship. Yep, their first ship design finally done. That's what they put, and they've called it the Thunderbird Starship. Sorry, the Thunderbird Starship.
The
And
Thunderbird
they've actually
Starship.
claimed, they claim that they're bad at giving names. So
Well,
maybe this could be one where there could be some names suggested as well.
All right, maybe let's see if this. I mean, I think a Thunderbird Starship works. What do you guys think?
It sounds good.
What if there's any suggestions, chat? You look at this shit. Sorry, I got a dry throat there. If you have any suggestions, what would you name this ship for Lala 3D? But it's already probably being like what's the word? Not say christened, but like
yeah, where they've already written the name down the side
exactly,
of it.
but
It's like, right, quickly scribble that out. Let's have another name. But yeah, this one.
Oh, I got some here. Hold on, I got some.
You just can't tell how big it is. But go on.
The Trident. The Trinity.
Oh, that's good.
The Axe. Any more? Those were all pretty good, to be honest.
Because now you look at it from that angle, you can see where it does look like an axe. It does look like a trident.
I got a couple more. For you, Aaron.
Go on.
The Hammer Wing, Pillar of Freedom, the Space Fork, Horizon Needle, Crucible, the Wanger. And on that, we'll finish with that. So yeah, I don't know which sound best. I honestly think. Hold on, let me look back here. Trident. I'm kind of feeling like, ooh, the Voxeler. Oh, and of course the classic Shippy McSpaceship. Yeah. Perfect. Hyperion battlecruiser.
Yeah, that ship grey though as well. It's amazing how good a ship can look in grey with a few highlight colours as well.
Definitely. I see it's grey's. I don't know why, but in some ways you can't go wrong with a grey ship. But as long as you have like just a little bit, like even like the darker grey, darker grey, and then a couple of in this case yellow and red stripes, like it's enough, to be honest. Because if this was a solid color, you would see the detail, but it wouldn't pop as much, So that's a big part, I think.
Yeah, it's also the darker colors as well, isn't it? That they've added into the background there for a bit of depth in some of them recessed thruster housing areas.
I really like it. Then we have one more, I think, that I have prepared, but I think I might have a couple more. Let's have a look. So the last one here is this one, which is a totally different kind of shape there, but I love some of the kind of custom like cutout windows on the side there. That's crazy. Have you got the name for this one, Aaron?
So this one is by a family of 3.
Family of 3?
But there is no additional information, no name of this ship, but there is some additional pictures, and it's a very unusual looking ship. This almost alien-like, or it's like from some futuristic, society.
It is. It's definitely like it's one of the more unique shapes I've seen actually so far in SE2. I wanted to see if I had a couple here as well, Aaron. If there's anything in the chat you want to pull out, give me a second here. There was a couple more, but I didn't add them to the slideshow. Give me a second. Let me see. Wait, I added that. And as Aaron said, guys, if you want to have your ship features on one of these streams, definitely. Well, Aaron, I know we've been pulling them from a couple places, from the Discord, from the SE2 screenshots, but also from Reddit, and these are good places to post.
And some of the other places where anywhere where there's been the SE2 hashtag, we've been having a look there as well. But sometimes they have been being drowned out on other social media platforms. So getting them on the Discord or Reddit or some of the main platforms that we can find them is one of the easier ways so we can check them out.
No, 100%. Yeah. Let me see if this is... Okay, we'll get this one. I got this one here. Hold on. Found another, which I know you guys are going to be fans of this. Just going to hide this a second. Let's have a look. Oh, is it going to work? Yeah, I guess it's going to work. Okay. And have you had much time for playing and building, Aaron, or has it all been work this last week? I still see some people waiting for the SE2 Henry.
Yeah, I know. There's, to be honest, it's been a lot of work, mainly focusing on getting videos ready, responding to the community, doing some of the support postings, and by the time I've got to the evening, I literally need to hang my hat up, or my helmet, so to say. So I've not had too much time to play, but as soon as I get some time to play, then I'll be jumping straight on and building something. I've had a few builds where, to be honest, most of the builds that I've been doing are for things that you've seen featured in some of the videos or some of the testing. I really still want to build this back cave secret base thing, but I know it's like a day's worth of building. And each day that I'm building, I'm not exposing myself to the outdoors. So yeah, we need to have a sit down and we need to have a bit of a build, really. So the cave base is going to come.
Great. So give me just a second. I'm actually ready for a couple. We got a couple more. I got another ship here. I just want you guys to check out. Let's have a look. Here we go. Wait. Oh. All right. So some of you may recognize this ship from a favorite sci-fi universe. This is the Pillar of Autumn in SE2 here. Have you seen this, Aaron? Let's have a look. Have you seen this yet?
This is a close-up. I've not actually seen this yet at all.
Look at this. Unified grid system to the freaking max. And we're just going to flick through some of these. You see the PCU count there. Got a lot of detail going on.
They've gone hard on this one. It's them lights as well, to get the illumination right, using a lot of PC. Oh, interior.
Yeah. They've got the bunks. Like the mess hall here.
Is this a mess hall?
Yeah, mess hall.
Oh, wow.
There we go.
Incredible.
Well, this is nuts because I think the best picture's coming up. Hold on, is it that one? Look at that. Yeah.
In the shadow.
In the shadow with the light catching the edges there. But again, like I've seen these built, I think in SE1, but like I don't know. I feel like that, like the block armor, I guess how to describe it. I don't know if that even is 2.5. Like I think that's, I don't know if it's narrow, but there's a lot of detail on that, which I think you would struggle to achieve with large grid in SE1. So
tons of detail, especially the interior. Like, the interior detail is where they can capture so much more, or them fine detail points where you want to put a lot of focus, or the greebling thing that everyone seems to know a lot about. And I'm still blown away by how much greebling goes on.
I know. And you can get lost in the greeble, I think, in SE2 quite easily.
You can easily blow your PCU really quick if you just start greebling.
Oh, so and we do have a point there, don't we, Aaron, with the PCU? I mean, I can say it. Did you want to just remind people this situation about PCU, because people are talking about wanting more PCU and stuff. We have got an official statement on this, I think, which I can say.
We do have an official statement, but I can't get it off the top of my head.
Okay.
So I can give an unofficial statement.
Okay.
Unless you want to give the official statement.
I mean, I don't remember these, but the main thing is, guys, is the TLDR is that PCU will be increasing with time. As the development goes on, we want to increase that PCU to as high as possible, and when it comes to the scalability and all the rest of it, I think that will happen. And I also think there'll be likely chance that there will be some kind of option to disable it at your own risk. So I think obviously right now in this first VS1, I know some of you guys are hitting that cap relatively easily, but yeah, I mean, it looked like this ship, if I go back to the screenshots here, I think it was like, yeah, so this ship is 275,000 PCU out of that 400,000 like maximum, I believe. I mean, I guess there's nothing else in the world here, so. So, let's have a look. I also wanted to bring up the fact... sorry, Aaron, you have something there?
Oh, no.
Sorry,
I was just going to say, like...
I'm sorry. I'm just. There was one last thing to say. I'm sorry. I'm all over the place.
Go.
Shout out to Killer Raptor 117. I almost missed the shout out of the creator of this amazing build. So the Pillar of Autumn by Killer Raptor 117, and big thumbs up to you, Killer Raptor, if you're out there. It is an absolute stunner. There's a lot of Halo fans out there, I'm sure, and this is stunning. Sorry, Aaron, that was just to finish that before I did it.
Let's see a pelican next.
I know.
The Steam Workshop Space Engineers 1 was filled with pelicans, so I'm sure we're going to see. But saying that, there's so many other sci-fi ships. Like, that would be lovely to see. Like, I love the sci-fi ships from Elysium. I don't know if you've seen them, all the sort of transport ships that they've got going on there. And they've got one they used to hunt down the main character at some point. It's got these vertical takeoff engines, and it's like a camo scheme. But yeah, there's so many ships that you could use for inspiration. So if you're not like a builder who can't build without inspiration, put your favorite sci-fi movie on, watch it, take some screenshots of that ship that you see in it, and then bring it back to game, and then try and construct building that. And that's how I think a lot of people start off if you're not too good, at just starting with a plain sort of slate.
100%. And I think still, I've had also people kind of reach out saying, I'm really bad at building and so on. And I think, okay, there are some people who I'd say are more slightly naturally easily able to do something, especially if they have experience in other games. But I honestly think so much of it is just a learning process, like learning how to use the blocks to the maximum potential, and it takes time. And I also think that the modular building in SE2 is still, we haven't really seen that in the sense of when people can start sharing cool modules, people can actually put together ships using, I say modules, because modules is it tends to be building ships quickly, but also I think doing it in a way where it's just parts, not a ladder, but you know what I mean, not even a whole module, just blocks made by the community.
The other thing I'll say is I think a lot of people scare themselves with building a little bit, and they have this idea that they just need to log into the game and start building. But if you talk to some of the best builders, or let's say the best builders, some of the builders that build these really beautiful ships, they don't just start up the game one day and start building. They usually go in with a bit of a plan of what they want to achieve. Maybe they've gone in sketching a few things on the sketch pad before of what they like. Maybe they've got some sort of Pinterest wall of ships that they like for inspiration. But there's a lot of work that goes into before they even start placing the blocks. So if you're one of them players who just wants to start building from scratch, have a look, create some inspiration for what you want to build, and you'll find building is a lot easier rather than just going in, completely in the blind.
Yeah, definitely. Some good tips there from Aaron, guys. If you are getting you're relatively new, even you, or maybe you just want to improve your building ability, I can take some lessons out of that. And now I have a ship here that I wanted to show. And this here is, again, another of my favorite title. And we'll be seeing these for a little while. Actually, no, I say a little while. I even see them in SE1 still. But the title of this is My First Ship in Space Engineers 2. This is the Scarab by Indrasil. Now, I know Indrasil for a long time now. So it's great to see Indrasil's builds. I saw Indrasil in the chat just earlier, but again, you got people like Indrasil who are building this as their first ship, and I'm like, holy freaking moly.
Does this have another bit of a Halo feel to it? Does it remind you of the sword?
Oh yeah, not the power sword. I forgot the name of it.
I'm sure someone in chat can remind us of what
a
the
little
sword
bit,
was talking about. But yeah, it's got that sort of sword vibe to it. But to be honest, it looks really nice. I like the shaping, the line work they've done, the color combination, the introduction of them solar panels and the recessed thrusters in the center there. Yeah, there's a lot of detailing going on. The nice black and white simple contrasting colors they've gone with just really makes it pop to the eye.
You just wait, Aaron. There's some very nice pictures of this ship actually coming up here. Energy Sword, thank you. Energy Sword, thanks guys. Can't believe
that's it.
Right, are you ready? Let's go.
Let's go.
Ooh.
Wow, I didn't even know this. How did this happen? This is really exciting.
And look at this, look at this round. I love this on the right-hand side. You have this rounded element, and it looks really round, to be honest. But I've always said in SE1, if you can put some rounded elements onto your ship, it can really help to break up the majority. it's very easy to build very angular ships, and I like angular ships, but sometimes for the eye, it can be very refreshing to mix some round elements. I mean, already you have the thrusters, right, that are rounded, but still, this is a stunner.
Yeah, this looks incredible. I like the thruster detailing they've done wrapped around that thruster housing. Because when I first saw that other picture, if you quickly flip back and forth, it looks a lot flatter.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't expect from this.
It looks a lot flatter, but it's actually...
Like, when you look at this, you're not really sure what it's going to be.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I wonder, with them, you see the catwalks at the front, is that going to be a door or some cargo deposit area, in the future? And the other question is that the front of the ship or the back of the ship?
Oh, no, I think this is the back here. This is the back we're looking at here. This is like the front, I think, of the spikes is. But I see what you mean. It could be the other way around. Like, this could be like a tail, and it could be flying like that way. Like, now that you've said it, like the antenna's pointing backwards, so it could be like that, I guess.
Because if you look at the other shot, right, this is actually the spike point, isn't it? This end. This is not the other end. Do you see what I mean? So we're looking at the spike point here.
Hold on a second. Oh, Aaron, hold on a second. Maybe you're right, actually. Wait.
So the spike.
This could be the back. We'll find out in a second here. We've got some more shots, but that has actually thrown me off. Like, okay, let's go to the next one. Oh, it has been explained then. So you were right though. So if we just quickly go back to the first shot here. This is the back of the ship, actually. Like this spike is the back, and at the front, which I did not expect, the front of the ship is like this. But look at that, absolutely incredible. And we're blessed to have Indrasil in the Twitch chat today, seeing this reaction in real time. So.
Wow. Yeah, it's a absolutely lovely ship, and it deserves to get in the showcase. To be honest, there's so many ships out there that deserve to be in the showcase. It's sad that we don't have an infinite amount of time to look at them all, because it'd even be good to just have a look at some of the first people ships. Maybe one time we could do the My First Ship edition of the Spotlight, and we actually have a look at the first things some people have built.
Like I'm like sometimes I'm struggling to believe this is someone's first ship. If I'm honest with you, it's just so good. I wanted to say as well that, I mean, I think on that point that it's going to get increasingly difficult. Like right now, I feel like, I mean, not on top of it, but like, okay, I'm looking at some ships and so on, but it'll get to this point, like, where it's like completely impossible to catch everything that people at least are posting. Not everything they're building, but people are posting. And I think partly that's because the workshop isn't out there yet. As soon as people just start posting to that, and it's almost like second nature to post to it, it's going to be crazy. I think, and that just kind of brings another thing. People are asking, how are you getting these ships and stuff? You can share builds now, guys, right? There is ways to share the files and just drag and drop them in. But we have, like, I think Aaron said it last stream, there's a bit of a disclaimer. So just definitely, if you decide to share builds with others and you're downloading, say not random, but zip files from other players, be careful.
It's the classic, yeah. It's the classic, be careful.
We can't stop it.
What you're putting in.
I mean, I know I've done it already, and I haven't got any viruses yet, but one of these days.
Or he's just sitting there with a load of viruses he doesn't know about.
Yeah.
They were just watching his shopping cart when he's doing some shopping.
Exactly. Yeah. I think we've got a couple more pictures here of this one, Aaron, though. Let's have a look. We got...
Oh, let's have a look.
There's that side there. Look at that. That is so nice. And I'm wondering here if Indrasil's using, like, the 25 centimeter detailing. If that, I think so, right? That's not just the 5.
It's got to be a combination of them. I mean,
it looks so round.
It does look like some standard. I think it is standard blocks. It just looks really, really well done, doesn't it? Using them smaller blocks. Because I'm just trying to see what they've staggered, and it's all standard blocks, isn't it? There's nothing in there that's particular. I mean, maybe it's just the angle as well that makes it look more round.
Yeah, no, I'm just curious because I have been surprised when looking at builds where I'm like, oh yeah, this is the 25 centimeter like detailing blocks, and then I go up to it and I'm like, oh no, this is actually just the 0.5 centimeter, sorry, 0.5 meter blocks, like the old small grid blocks, but it because you're placing them onto large grid blocks, I don't know, they still feel really small. It's hard to describe, but I think maybe Indrasil can tell us. Oh no, Indrasil said it's almost exclusively. Oh wait, no. It's almost exclusively 50 centimeter blocks, which is wild to me. That's wild because that means that Yggdrasil could still come in here into certain parts and detail it with the 25. Like they've got like, you know, twice the fidelity if they wanted to detail it more. So this looks really good, and it's basically similar to like a small grid size. Of course, you have the large grid blocks mixed in, so it's not the same, but it is and it isn't. But very
they've
nice.
been able to control themselves. They've been able to control themselves and not just go crazy with the tiny blocks. Because I know some people, when you give them tiny blocks, they cannot help themselves. They have to use them absolutely everywhere. And then the whole ship is the tiny cube, detail cube blocks. So yeah, having a bit of restraint is sometimes important in pulling your design together without breaking the PCU bank.
Definitely. And we have I think a few more here. I think an interior shot.
Oh, wow! Why does that look so good?
You can just take this. You can just take the audio from this stream, Aaron, and use it for various purposes. I don't know.
don't be telling people about that. Look at that though. Look at that interior. It's the lighting. It's the lighting that pulls it together. The astronaut is there. He's just doing some medical things. They've put you see that little step they put in front of the medical terminal.
They've built inside of the medical room. It's amazing.
Yeah, so they've just incorporated it into the room perfectly, and then they've got the shot as well, showing a little bit of a sneak peek into the cockpit room.
And you can see they've got like a little ramp going up to it. They've got something on the ceiling. So, I think this is the last image, or no, maybe not. Hold on. Oh, that is the last. That was the last image. Yes. So a little another bonus showcase there for Yggdrasil. Big claps. I actually have some more here, but do you think we can load up the game actually and have a look a little bit more if you like, or do you want to look, or do you want me to pull up some more? So what are you thinking?
You know what? I think either of them options sounds great.
Okay,
I think maybe do one more.
All right.
We'll look through one more, and then we can boot up the game, and you can show us. Should we still say two, and then we could wrap it up there for the evening? Because I think we need to spread a few of these builds out as well. We can't be showing them all in one go and getting everyone too excited.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. Okay, give me just a second then, and I will bring up the last one for the day. Oh, I mean the screenshots. Okay. A lot of love in the chat for Yggdrasil.
That's what it's all about, though. Supporting other creators, fellow creators. It's lovely. It's lovely to see the community come together and support each other as well, especially with their individual builds. Talk us through what you're digging for, what you're trying to find. You finding a big ship, small ship?
I'm trying to find. It's very hard right now. I'm trying to find. Give me just a second.
From the stream at all, please.
What's that?
No, you said before about people that have clipped things from this stream, and we've both said some absolute great lines in this one.
I know. I'm getting there. Hold up. Right, if there's anything in the chat, Aaron, you can pull from while I'm.
Well, I'll try my best to pull something here. Let's have a look. Okay, so we've just basically the builders are congratulating each other's detailed cubes only have 45-degree angle. Someone said in the chat. Let's have a look. What else we got? A lot of people talking about placing the small detailed cubes. Some information as well that there's only 4 of the detailed cubes available at the moment, and we'll see what they expand in the future when it comes to detailing cubes. I know at the moment they wanted people to understand them as like a secondary detail block, so people wouldn't try and build every single
whole ship
item
out of them,
their ship about them. Yeah, because I know, like I said, it's very tempting. You can add so much detail into your design, but having less of these blocks available just to a degree stop you and make you behave a little bit in terms of not covering your ship in them. But if there is any other questions that we can have a quick look at, then we can see, but there isn't too many at the minute.
We've answered all the questions in the community. Incredible.
Well, we've answered all the questions about the current build. I think everyone is very well informed, or I'd hope they're very well informed, because that's the whole point of our our coverage and our transparencies to show them exactly what they're getting their hands on in this first vertical slice. And as we approach the next vertical slice as well, we're going to be telling you guys exactly what to expect. So there's no nasty surprises, because we want to be as transparent as possible with you.
All right, I've actually done better than one, Aaron. I've got 2 builds that I actually remember this one. 2 builds that I'm going to show here. So the party does not end. This is going to be... Ooh. There's some good stuff coming. Hold on, here we go. Let me just skip these. This music gets me every time. I love the... I was just saying in the intro, like, I always thought the SE1 music was nice, but the SE2 music, there's so much variation, and it's just...
Are we supposed to be saying something, Joel?
Yeah, no, not just yet. I'm just
okay,
adding a couple more seconds here, and then it'll be good. Okay, now we can go. Ready? Let's ride.
Ready. We've seen this one, haven't we?
No. I'm getting to it.
Okay.
Oh. So
this looks a bit like the ship you built the other day out of parts.
No, yeah, it looks like it, but it's not. Now, this is a ship by the Phoenix Knight, and I think Phoenix Knight is in the chat today, which is great. Phoenix, if you're there, rise on up, because this is an incredible ship. I don't think it has a name yet, unless Phoenix is there and can tell us the name, but again, I love this. It's actually, again, it's pretty big. Like, if you look inside the cockpit, you can see the engineer inside, and it's a very spacious looking bridge. But then again, you have these intakes.
Bridge, isn't it?
Look at those like engine intakes.
Bridge. Yeah, some more vents. Get in the vents. But the thing is, I think we're seeing so many big bridges. It's just because, you know, we've got only the massive glass blocks available. So people have to kind of scale towards them glass blocks if they want to incorporate them into the design.
No, it's true. And let's just see here what interesting things. I mean, there's another shot here, I think, which will show it even more. That's from the... Oh, I love that. I love the... I mean, I've always have, but I think the rear sections of ships has been... In SE2, when I've been looking at them recently, has been something... I think it's the engines and the light the engines give off, and the way the engines kind of like... The light reflects off the blocks and stuff. It looks so good. Like this reminded me a little bit of the Cerberus by Venom. You guys might have remember the Cerberus that we had in one of the, and actually I think a couple of the Space Engineers 1 trailers. This reminds me of that, to be honest. But yeah, very interesting design.
Glow. The engines just got that really atmospheric glow, don't they? I think it's part, they illuminate, if you put them in a housing, they illuminate that housing slightly around them. But yeah, they are beautiful. Look at them little wingtips as well.
Very nice. I haven't got any other angles of this ship because it's kind of, I'm curious what it looks like from a top-down point of view, but still, I think this was a work in progress from Phoenix Knight, but it's still very, very nice thruster work. And now we're going to look at the final build. This should also get you going, Aaron. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Boom.
Ooh. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You know what? You seem to know what I like. Is thrusters. You seem to show me the back of a ship before you show me the front. I don't know what that says about me, but you can definitely tell that this ship has some serious detail. Look at them big thruster packs. You can see the tiny thrusters that they've integrated in between them, and they've got that nice sloped armor down the side. And is that a little bit of heavy armor I see that they've integrated there as well?
On the wing, I think, because it has that effect, right? So
yeah, the heavy armor has them. Is it like rivets? Yeah, like it has like the really meaty looking rivets.
I know. Yeah, I think rivets would be the way of describing it. I love that it looks way bigger than it actually is. That's guys, it's so true. Like this looks like it could be like a massive, I don't know, or like a Corvette or like a destroyer or something. But actually, it's not, because you have the smallest thrust. Hold on. It has all but the largest thrusters. So maybe some of the other images will reveal the size. Give me a second.
Because I'm wondering if it's something to do with, since we've not got anything in these shots to scale it against. Like if the astronaut was in that shot, would our instantly be able to scale it?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
Honestly.
what I'm thinking.
All right, so I'm actually gonna get the image here. Wait. So let's have a look. See if this goes. This is built by the SWAC, by the way, guys. The SWAC. I'm not sure if the SWAC's here, but let's have a look at the next image here. I don't have this is the Ranger 7 shuttle, I believe, or the Ranger shuttle. So it's a shuttle. That should tell you something, Aaron.
Ooh.
And go for the next picture. There we go there. So it isn't that big. Like you look at the front and you see the flight seat just underneath the glass there. So it's actually kind of like a fighter size. It's not a fighter, it's like a shuttle size. So it's got some space in the back for like transporting, you know, troops or whatever. But I think it's clearer here. But that first shot, like this could be a massive freaking ship. I kind of want now thrusters that are that big.
Perspective.
Yeah.
Like I think it comes down to the window, doesn't it? Because we know the scale of the window in our head. So as soon as we see the window, like my mind automatically goes, well, it's this size. But look at that cool little thruster housing thing that they put on the far left wingtip.
I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, with definitely using the 25 centimeter.
Is it some sort of radar dish on the top as well that they've put? Or what?
Yeah, there's like some kind of communications array on top of it. Yeah, I have one more shot of it here. Go on, Karen.
Like is that, you know, they've wrapped, you know, the front of the glass cockpit with a bit of armor. And this is something that you don't see much in people's designs. But if you hit something, at least you'd be hitting, you know, a piece of armor first before it goes straight through your cockpit glass. Yeah. So that's a nice bit of functionality standpoint there as well.
It's like the bull bars or something on the front.
Yeah, but it's like a bull bar, but for your asteroids and stuff. Because you'd expect that as well. I think if people were really going to be building ships out in space, they'd want a few things in front of the glass because there'd be so much junk out there.
So we had this shot, and then the final shot of today is this shot. And again,
that's another big.
Again, it's back to like, how big is the ship? Again, it's like this could definitely be like a large grid, but no, it's. You can see, actually, you can just about see the door in between those thrusters there. But, man, it's a fantastic build.
That's the back of the ship, isn't it?
That's the real,
yeah, okay, right. So it's not an... Because, like, sometimes, like, I knew the cockpit was up at the other end, but it would be a very fascinating front of the ship as well, to be honest. Yeah, it looks good.
So this is...
I approve of this design. It is nice.
Gets the keen stamp of approval. So there we go. Yeah. A nice screenshot to finish. This actually, I think we looked at even more ships today than we did last week. But I hope you guys liked today's screenshot showcase. We're now going to jump in the game for a little bit and see what we can show there. So give me a second.
Maybe we need to build maybe we need like a graphic that comes on screen that you can hit, and it stamps the screenshot with like a keen approval stamp. like we'll get like the graphic worked up, you know, and if we both are in agreement and an approval of the ship, we give it the seal of approval, and it just gets stamped onto it.
Permanent. Well, we talked about decals in the last stream, Aaron.
Oh, don't get me started on decals.
All right, I'm loading up. I'm hoping I got the latest hotfix. Okay.
Oh.
I hope. This. So give me like, because it feels like we've looked at a lot today, but my webcam is lagging here. Hold on, everything's lagging. Hold on. Wait, we back? No, I think it was just as the game.
Yeah, you're here.
It just as the game loaded up for a second there. I think we're good. I don't think we dropped. We did drop some frames. It probably was buffering for a second. I wanted to ask the community, how many, like, give me like an 07 in the chat if you have a ship that you like would love to be showcased. I'm just curious, like, if there's like, maybe there's only like 10 people, maybe there's like 50 people who want to have their stuff showcased. Like, how many quality ships are we missing, guys? Give me a little wave in the chats if you feel like we are missing out on some quality builds that you guys have been building?
Oh, I know there's going to be some quality ships.
I know the answer is
some.
yeah. I know the answer is yes. I'm just curious here to see today, just how many we're missing, Aaron. Right?
Oh, there's going to be tons. There's going to be tons. The key is, you know, if they can get these ships to us in easy ways, either on the Discord, get them posted in there in some of the chats that we've got going on. We've got the screenshots. We've also got the media one if there's a video or a perspective that you want to post of the ship in there as well. Of course, we are checking the other social medias with the hashtag SE2. But yeah, it'd be fascinating just to see what sort of builds are going on out there. And we're not going to catch every single one, but we're trying our best to get some of the best ones to you guys.
I'm seeing like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Some people are still building, I think, but yeah, fantastic. All right. Well, I'm going to give you guys some full screen in a second when I'm loading into the world. Hold on. And we'll give you some...
It's a full screen.
I'm giving full screen as well. That it makes Aaron's life easier for when he's trying to pull them juicy B-roll, right? So
it does. It does. Thinking of me, thank you very much.
Exactly. It's got to be, someone's got to do it. Let's see. Okay. All right. Well, okay, hold up. I'm in the game, but I don't want to show you guys yet. I'm keeping it secret. 'Cause I want to
you're prepping stuff. Are you pasting and planning?
Exactly. So yeah, I've already got. I just want to. I still am pressing F10 to bring up blueprints. You know. Actually, I'm not going to do that because I know why. Okay. I think I've got three builds to look at today, Aaron. What do you think about that? Is that going to be enough for us?
Builds. Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. That's going to fit in the plan for this evening perfectly.
Okay. So. I know.
He loves to tease, Joe, doesn't he?
Oh,
like you're proper
yeah.
tease. Like you're like, oh, I've got something really nice for you. Just give me a minute. Oh, another minute. I'm there like, I want to see this, Joel.
I know.
I want to see this.
I'm sorry. Okay. I'll start off then. I got to get the. Oh man, but I just realized with this build, I'm not sure I have the name.
Look at that.
Okay, here we go.
That's the risky move from each of that.
Right, here we go. So. First off, I'm going to jump in the cockpit. I think I can get a name from this. We have the BHI fighter. So look at this, Aaron. You seeing this? Let me go.
I am seeing this. It's looking rather spectacular. I like the colouring.
And I believe this is also. Oh, they're in the chat. Phoenix Knight. Phoenix Knight is in the chat. So this is Phoenix Knight's starter fighter. So there's some very nice elements in here.
Lovely.
Like we've got like this kind of slightly armored cockpit here. Like so.
Oh yeah, a bit of reinforcements. Got the blasters under there as well.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna 2 tips on the side there.
It's got the kind of classic port starboard lighting as well, the red and green lights there either side. But no, this is fantastic.
It's not got a bad view from the cockpit either, has it? Really, it's got quite it's got quite a nice little combination of features. This ship, I like the sort of exoskeleton that runs across the back of it, and then into the thruster housing. It's got like a mini X-wing vibe. Like it's got very small sort of wing tips.
No, I see that.
But
I see that. Yeah, I can see that. Like the on the little winglets there, and it's got like S foils into attack position and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go full screen then for the stream.
Yeah, let's get in there.
All right, guys. Unfiltered Space Engineers without me and Aaron's face. Space Engineers.
The real action.
Okay, I'm gonna fly on this asteroid, Aaron. And I'm gonna reveal.
Okay, let's have a look.
Another ship.
Oh, have you hidden behind the asteroid? Oh, you cheeky bugger! Eh?
Yeah, you ready?
Hiding them ships. Look at that shadow as well. Oh,
yeah,
that's crisp.
Go here. We're gonna go into the shadow.
No. Oh, the best ships are always hidden in the dark side of planets and asteroids, aren't they?
Oh, look at the lighting here, like reflecting off the ash. That's actually very nice. As I fly past.
Yes.
Because again, that's like the that's like the fact that these lights, like the interior lights, also cast lighting.
Why are you saying this? I learned something quite interesting today. Do you know why the aircraft have a green and a red side?
Well, it's just it's so you can see, like, because sometimes you're looking up. It's so you can tell, like, the port and starboard, right? So you can see.
Yeah. So you can tell which direction they're going in.
Exactly.
So it does. It makes a lot of sense to do it, and it is really cool to see that, a ship with that feature as well.
It's nice though.
Glow though on the Astro, yeah.
This was a side quest though. From the tessellation's going there as well. This was a side quest before. Hold on.
How big is this asteroid? I feel like we've been. Are you sure we just took us like a lap of the asteroid around now? Because how big is this asteroid? Because this ship's still not there. Have you forgot to place it? I feel like you forgot to place it.
For the Emperor.
It was too low.
Oh wow!
It was too low, but it was too low, Aaron. But I wanted to look at this from Mike Angel, guys.
Wow, the detailing on that though. Oh, we need to get up close and personal.
Oh, don't you worry, we're gonna just have a little fly past here.
I do love 40k as well.
Look at the lighting as well.
That's incredible. Yeah, it's just beautiful. Oh, and the reflection off the front there as well.
All right, so I will hop out.
Lovely build.
And just come to the side here. And again, like, you see this kind of thing. Maybe I've seen builds like this in Space Engineers 1, but the level of detail on these like big cannons on the side is crazy. And again, this is only the 50 centimeter blocks here, so you can come in here and you can I still have the option to place like the 25 if Mike wanted to make this even more detailed. But honestly, it's it's just crazy.
There's some detailing already though, isn't there? Like,
I know.
That's like, I mean, is there an interior to this? Like,
there's a cockpit here.
There's like balconies.
There's a bridge I'm going to take you into in a second here, but I just wanted to come and show you like this kind of eagle on the front. Look at this.
Oh, the eagle. What?
Yeah.
What is that? Like, that is next level detailing as well, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, this is really impressive. This is blowing me away. Like, look at the top, and it's got like all these little antennas and masts, and it's a very faithful replica, isn't it?
Oh, it's not. I mean,
wow.
I've seen so many 40k builds over the years in SE1, but I don't think I've ever seen anything this detailed.
It just looks so crisp, doesn't it, though? Doesn't it look so, like, visually, like, at the edges and the fidelity of it is all so nice. Like,
no, it's not.
You're going to have to show us that cockpit and that rear section as well.
Oh, let's come in. Oh, yeah, I'll just give you a little, like, we'll do a little more pano here. I'm not sure if Mike is in the chat today, but yeah, Mike sent me this. I've known Mike for some time, and he's always been a big 40k fan. So coming around the side, you can see there's thrusters down here. And I'm always saying as well that in SE1, I typically would always showcase in the light, but I love how a lot of ships look like in the kind of shadowy side, on the dark side of asteroids, because of just all the new
you seem to be giving systems away a bit, don't you? You like the dark side. You seem to like that. To be honest, though, even the Halo ship before, the dark side of it looks really nice. How the lighting was being cast and the shadows were cast across the ship itself. Yeah, even putting the sun there in shot just like that. It's just a way to dramify it.
Well, I think this is where
I'm expecting a lot of 40k builds.
And this is honestly, I feel like where we're also having like, I just can't wait for the cinematics. Like, wait for like cinematics made in SE2. Like right now, like it just looked like it. I don't know, like just like this thing coming across the screen, cutting out the sun, then it just kind of blocks it out and stuff. So it's only a matter of time before we see. I think we're still to see the first kind of SE2 cinematics outside of our own official trailers, but I look at this here, like when I pan past like the broadsides, imagine like now it's like boom, boom, and just suddenly,
Yeah, it's the
getting into the role play.
Quite have access. Yeah, they don't quite have access to the replay tool just yet, so they can't do the cinematics like we can. But I mean, in the future, that's something they probably will have hold of. But yeah, I could imagine a giant volley of cannon fire coming out of that. We're going to wrecking an asteroid or a base.
Completely decimating. We're going to come inside here. So here we are. It's pretty dark inside. Now, what is this, Aaron?
Oh, a long corridor lead. Oh, wow. It's a round. This is incredible. Sorry, I get really excited.
I know. I know, right? Look at these windows.
Really excited. Look at these windows. I love the glass ceiling, though. This is like a proper Roman... I don't know, it feels like very Romanesque, doesn't it? I know it is 40k, and 40k stuff's all very
Space cathedrals, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, take me to the throne where I also pilot the ship. There isn't many other seats in here. Is this all going to be piloted by one bloke, is it?
I mean, there's... you got some kind of, seats down... Some seats down there. The main seat is up here. But again, the lighting, it's dark and it's moody and it's gritty. Pretty much like the 40k universe, to be honest.
With the 40k ships though, it must be like piloting a church, mustn't it? Really, it just feels like you're driving it. It feels like you're driving a building more than a ship. I don't know if that's a bad thing, really.
Honestly, no. This is because
nice
I think this is the only interior right now. But yeah, the kind of like church-shaped windows here. So nice. I think this is again, this is the only interior this build has currently, but still, like this bridge here, and then like this kind of central skylight there with the looking out of space. It's just so nice. So I guess we'll pilot this a second here. You guys probably want to. Oh, here we can walk around it. RP walk.
Oh. Lovely. Yeah, I'm being very immersed. I was very happy about the windows though. I like the divide, and I liked also, if they had some stained glass options maybe in the future.
Right, so here we are. But Aaron, look how fluid it is. That's the thing. Like I haven't got like how to describe it, but like there's a lot of detail on this build. It's huge, but it feels so good to
we'll see what happens.
Here we go. I'm going to fly around the asteroid here, so we'll get... I might hit that.
I know some people are requesting that we hit the blue ship with this thing. Could we possibly do that, or do you reckon that might cause too much trouble?
I think we can do that, I think we can do that.
Because if we can't split the blue ship, with this, then, I think we've got an issue.
Yeah, let's do it.
I think we should absolutely dismantle that blue ship with that ramming thing, because the 40k ships is it a ramming tip on the front? Do you know much about the 40k universe in terms of this?
I believe it is. I believe it is for ramming, but I used to play a lot of Warhammer. I love Dawn of War. I'm not like the biggest Warhammer nut, but I definitely love the universe, and I've spent time in the past. But I don't. The lore is so deep, so I'm not like 100%. On all the facts.
I know they have like a separate tabletop, don't they? For is it Battlefleet Gothic or something? It's like one where they actually have the ships on tabletop and the ships battle each other and things.
Yeah,
I think there's a whole sort of subgenre that's not like the actual figures on the table. This is it's the ships out in space. So it'd be interesting to see what the difference is there. But it's a beautiful ship.
The tip is always for ramming. Right, let me see here. I'm going to line this up. Okay, I think we can do this first. Right, let's see. It's kind of hard to aim. This is where we need cameras, but I'll try my best to hit the blue ship here.
How's the view from inside the cockpit at driving? Do you feel
you can't see too much? You can't see too much, to be honest, because there's massive spires in the way, But
this is one where you need a guy outside going this way.
Left, right.
Get some cameras. Yeah,
all right.
Some traffic beacon.
Let's see if I can target this.
Split it. If
it's quite slow to the.
This is going to be
it takes a second to get the speed up here, though. I'm not sure. Let's see. All right, I'm moving. Can you hear the game sound, guys? Well, I
cannot hear it, but I know everyone else should be able to.
Okay, hold on.
Right, don't miss it now, Joe.
I'll miss it. Hold on. I think that's it.
Don't let off that accelerator. Oh, yes.
I think I got it. Oh!
Oh, beautiful.
That's
what we wanted.
Yes. I was trying to spin around the front to catch it, like rolling down the body, but it did it all right.
When you hit that ship, one of the parts of the ship has thrusters and the other one doesn't. So the one with thrusters always reacts totally different to the other half. But yeah, it splits well.
Very
did its
nice.
job, that ramming tip there.
And it's ready, and I think it's got potential for another ram as well. It's not fully destroyed, so.
Yeah, that's what you need. You need to be able to ram it a few times without breaking your tip. Definitely. Like because it's got the other ramming prod as well. That I could definitely see that getting stuck inside a ship.
And then just carrying it down, yeah.
Yeah. Like that's. I mean, I guess then you'd have a new ramming tip then, just being someone else's ship on the front.
Well, there we go, guys. I have one smaller ship to finish us off today, but I actually think this is. Yeah, no, this was. It's one of the largest builds that I've seen in the game. I've seen some. I mean, the Pillar of Autumn, I think actually might be bigger or at least have higher PCU. There's also been a. We're talking all. It's funny how we're talking like recreations right now. I've also seen a Star Trek build, which I'm not 100% sure on the size, but it's a lot bigger than the red ship, for example. So
I've seen. I think I've seen the Star Trek one too. I think it started out as an import where they've imported it using the tool, and then they started detailing it. So it would be interesting to see what scale that actually is. Is it like the one with the purple glow to it, the one you're thinking about too?
Yes, I think that's right.
Yes.
Oh, it was important, wasn't it?
Yeah, that one develops.
Okay, so I'm going to fly back to the platform here. This poor blue ship is still... I don't know how
smashed.
Yeah, smashed up.
We'll have to put that in the scrap heap with the rest of the blue ships we've broken over the years.
Can you imagine if that was possible, if you were to get every single blue ship that's ever been like broken, like from every player of all time? Like, it's probably like...
Yeah.
How many numbers? How many? Like 100,000? Probably more, right?
Going off on a funny side story here, while we prep this next ship, is there was this player once that we used to have on our server who used to collect the wrecked ships, and it got to such a bad point where his whole base was just ships that they'd collected over the few weeks the server had been running, and it was just a scrapyard pretty much. Barely anything functioned. Everything was just functional enough to drive there and be dumped at this scrapyard. Yeah, I could imagine over years and years you'd have probably like miles of ships as far as you can see. It looked like one of them abandoned air, the abandoned air bases you see with all the planes being scrapped out.
Yeah, I can see that.
I can imagine it being like that. I think that'd be a nice set piece as well to build on a planet when we get them eventually. But let's have a look at this new ship that you've got here to show us.
All right, so guys, this is Indy. This is a ship by Indy, and this is Indy's first SE2 ship. And once again, for a first ship, look at this, guys. This is another beautiful build by Indy.
A classic undercockpit by the look of it as well.
A lot of people doing that, actually.
Yeah, because it's, to be honest, in the old SE world, this wasn't a traditional build, was it? You'd usually see the cockpit on top. But we're seeing a lot more like this. I don't know if this is... Do you think this is like a Star Citizen sort of inspiration? Because they have a lot of cockpits like that.
I'm not sure. I think someone, again, like this huge thrusters. No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's so often it's the rear of the ships which looks like, I don't know why, the most satisfying, to be honest. I mean, the front is...
It's just great having giant thrusters, isn't it, really, I think? Then they've got the little wingtips along the side there. They've got some like cell thrusters on the side. Is that a cargo as well that they've tucked in between the wings of some kind as well? Looks like a little cargo pod.
Oh, on the bottom here.
Well, no, not on the bottom. Around
on the side. Yeah, that's a cargo container. Yeah, that's a cargo container there. Yeah, a couple actually.
It's the storage. It'd be interesting to see what interior this has as well.
Yeah, it's got a little interior. So we've got a door, got some steps.
But for a first ship, this is bloody brilliant.
That's one way of putting it. Yeah, like again, like some of these first ships are suspiciously good. So I love you can still see the you can still see the 40K ship in the background. Look at that.
Practice ones before this first ship.
I feel like that's another thing as well. I feel like
this is my first ship.
I don't know if it's just me, being biased, guys, but I feel like ships in the distance or stations in the distance look like clearer or better than an SE1. Well, I don't know. You guys can confirm better than I can. I'm not sure. I'm just imagining it, but I can really like make out like the shape of the green station. I can really make out the shape of that ship, and it's not that far away, but it's like weirdly clear, to be honest, how well I can see it. I don't know. Anyway, so going back to this ship. What do you think,
clearer.
Aaron?
Everything's. I'd have to say, I think everything seems clearer when you're standing there looking out, or you're looking, especially looking around the ship. All the edges are clearer. The armor edges are no longer kind of, interrupting the flow of the design. Oh, this is a nice interior. Wow, sorry. You distract me. Every time I start talking,
I know. I
just
stop moving. I know.
And I'm just like, wow, this is really nice. Is that a cryo bay or something in there?
They've actually built. This is the med bay, the U-shaped med bay. They got a little skylight here, glass skylight with bars across, and they've integrated
It looks like a different block, though, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. And because you can build inside, it's wrapping around, and it's not like that's what's amazing here. Like you can see how the med bay's there, but they've got blocks and steps kind of going into it. So they have this as kind of the core of the ship here. But it's it's fantastic here, work by Indy. And then this is nice. You've got the half cover walls here. You've got like a little bench here with using an upside down,
We discussed this, didn't we?
Yeah.
We discussed how, like people would make these lovely cockpit stairs and stuff, and I've seen so many fantastic entranceways to the cockpit, like the way they step up and they just integrate into the design, and then the flight as well. Look at that! I thought you were going to crash, to be honest. But
have some faith.
Oh yeah, this is lovely. Yeah, this is a really nice first ship. It's like a bit of a hybrid. It feels like a bit of like a fighter, but a bit of a cargo ship as well at the same time.
Yeah, that's
getting inside there.
Yeah, it's a bit. I know that thing with the head is a bit of a bug, but that's okay. But what I've also been saying is the fact that it's so easy to feel like this is like a custom cockpit block. Like people put these down, and then you have like these, window, like the larger windows on this grid, rather than like if this was a small grid in the past, you'd have like a lot of the, the 1x2 windows and stuff like that. But I've been in so many builds that I jump in, I'm like, oh, this is like a custom cockpit block. This is like the heavy industry mark, industrial cockpit Mark II or whatever. So no, it's very nice.
Yeah, it just lets you get even more detail, doesn't it? Yeah, the custom cockpit, the size of the ship, the colouring, the simple colour scheme. Yeah, it's really come together, especially for a first ship. Are you going to try getting into the hangar, or is it going to be too big?
I know this is one of those examples where I feel like, oh yeah, this can fit in. This is like a fighter. I'm inside it in the cockpit, whatever. But it's not going to fit in it.
It's a bit bigger.
It's not. That's the thing. It's like you look at it and it's actually massive. Like, let me try and land it in here, but it's actually like huge.
Oh wow!
Look at that.
Can we?
I got the 20 centimeter safe speed, but still, I can. That's it. That's as far as I can get in without forcing it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we don't want to do that, do we? But that was fantastic.
Yeah, it's. I saw this almost like this was like day one or day two after the game came out. This was built incredibly quick, but it was one that caught my eye. Like from every angle, it's very, very cool. And the interior is nice and packed.
Sweet design, isn't it? Really.
There you go, guys. And imagine,
hopefully as well, the guys in the chat who are building.
Yeah.
I've seen a bit of inspiration as well this evening, and been inspired with their own builds. What they can be capable of doing, both large and small. But do go on, Joel. What did you say?
No, I was just gonna say, I forgot. And that was it. I think we'll come back in here. So that I think, Aaron, does that sound like a pretty good showcase session today? We've looked at some screenshots.
Yes,
we've looked at a couple in game. We've rammed a ship. So giving you some material for the next week.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I want to put this together and get this out to everyone over the weekend as well, so they can see exactly what we've been up to. So if you can get this footage over to me, I'd really appreciate it. And the community would do as well, because I know they want to see builds, they want to see what people are building, and they also want a place to submit their builds as well. So if you want to submit your builds, at the moment, the best thing to do is put that hashtag SE2. But the places that we can check really easy are our Discord server, and there was a few other places you were checking as well. Joel, where were you checking?
I mean, Reddit, there's some good stuff. I say, like, I mean, it's great if people tag us anywhere. And again, if you have a cool build, like, post it on Twitter or Facebook or whatever, and you can tag us. And if we can share that from there, that's great. Or just having it shared there is great. But I think, just post it in multiple places. And I think it'll be easier. I still think, like, right now, it's it is all a bit in many places, but I think as soon as the workshop comes out, like everyone, us included, can just go to the workshop and see what people are posting there. And we can, I mean, I think already people are actually posting screenshots on Steam Workshop, and that's actually, I think, how Drewy got one of the screenshots today, I believe.
Oh yeah.
That's also
Some
another good
beautiful
place to find stuff. If you just go to, like, you know, Space Engineers, the community hub, and you can post directly to the Steam Workshop. That's actually a very easy way, because you kind of get like that image board, so you can just scroll down and be like, oh man, this is cool. So I think in general, if you've made a build and you're really proud of it, you know, there's no need to just share it in one place. So share it in multiple platforms, you know, whatever you feel like, you know, you decide. But
I mean, what do we do for people that don't use social media, Joel? Should they put it in a letter and send it to us?
Oh, yeah, print it on print it on a, you know, photo paper. I'll scan it in, and then there, perfect.
That would be really interesting. I mean, I don't want to tempt them to do that, but if we did receive one by letter, you know, dear Joel, here is my official first build.
I'd love to see that. Let's go old school. Let's do it. So no, this is honestly, and I actually have, again, I have more builds in my blueprints that people have sent me. But I think for today, this is probably a good place to wrap it here. I just think someone was asking if there's any about like Q&A, like we kind of have done some questions around, guys. If there's a couple of questions to finish as we wrap this up, happy to knock out any more, but let us know. Because
we've also been trying to focus the bigger question sections on when we've got someone like Marek or we've got a developer, so they can answer your more technical questions, because we can answer so much, but we can really focus just on what's in this current vertical slice. If you want them more technical questions, I'd definitely wait to ask Marek, or when the developers pop on the stream in the future. Wouldn't you, Joel?
Exactly. Yeah, sorry, I nearly crashed a couple times. I agree. I agree. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I love flying this thing. Okay. Flash drive by snail mail, just like we do in Germany. Oh, it's true, actually. I've heard about that. Facts, you guys, my builds. One more ship showcase, please. Don't worry. We'll be back next week with another ship showcase. So fear not, guys. Fear not. I'm going to come into land on the same platform to nicely, responsibly leave this ship. I mean, I can't say the same for all the ships that I took out today, but yeah, here we go. So, and yeah, big shout out, of course, to all the people. There's
always got to be some ramming involved, hasn't there?
All the people that we showcased today, you know, both in game and in the screenshots, like, you know, I think I got all the names there, so definitely thank you to all those builders, and yeah, we're looking forward to seeing the next ones. I keep saying it, we're so early. We're literally, well, we're literally like, I don't know, like not even 2 weeks since SE2 came out, and we're seeing builds that, I don't know, like, yeah, just absolutely mind-blowing, to be honest. So yeah, there we are. I'm just seeing if there's any more. I say we asked for some final questions here. Anything coming in from the chats? Let's have a look. Questions. A lot of comments and reactions, which is great to see.
I'm not seeing too many comments. I think they might be saving their questions for Marek or some of the developers when they do come in. It's not going to be long now until we have Marek on another stream, is it, Joel?
It won't be too long. Actually, yeah. I would say within the next couple of weeks, guys, you'll probably see me, Aaron, and Marek all on the stream together. So, you know what I'm going to do to finish? I will actually crash into a ship. I'm going to take this and just ram it into the side of the red ship. Let's see what happens. But yeah.
This is going to be classic. Your cockpit's right on the front and you're going to
disintegrate. I know. I might try to bail before I land, and I'll switch to spectator here and try and watch it in spectator. Problem is, okay.
Right, we can try our best.
Oh, I don't know.
Just I'll try and the accelerator down with a brick.
Let's see. Okay, I want to fly inside the hangar, but I'm not going to fit, so let's back it up.
Because you know what? If you want to get a quick copy of the ship, this would be a really nice one, Joel, to shoot at as well, because I think it would fall apart really nicely.
Like... Oh,
so,
hello.
I mean, have a ram and then maybe have a quick shoot and wrap it up there.
It's on my toolbar, so let's see. Right, I think I'm good here. So let's go. Full thrust! Not much of a run-up, but we're already at SE1 speeds now. Oh, no. What?
We bounced off.
No, I think I know what this is. Now, I actually think this happened to me the other day. I believe this could be a bug, actually, where basically something can happen and suddenly all the grids in the game become indestructible. So that was a
Yes, I'm aware of that.
So I debated you guys there, but it's okay. That's Clang's way of telling us that these ships are too beautiful to destroy. Well, maybe we can destroy it with a laser. I wonder if it's like if I can use the debug laser to destroy. Let's see. Let's see if it's like all destruction. I think it probably is, to be honest. Oh, where did that go? No, it was just collisions, I guess. Okay, so here we go. It's taking quite a beating here, to be honest.
Yeah, some of them thrusters will chop out nicely. Yeah, it's doing pretty well, to be honest, isn't it? Holding its own.
It is. I'm slowly peeling back the layers here. It's crazy.
So to answer the question as well in the chat is we are working on a fix for this collision. Well, after collisions having no damage. So don't worry. It has been noted. It's been noted in various different bug reports, and the developers are working on getting a fix to you guys as well. The same with the key bindings, mouse sensitivity, and the invert of the mouse as well. These are things that we are working on, and we're trying to get a fix for you guys as soon as possible.
Try to chop this here. It's proving pretty difficult. I would have been better crashing it, but am I chopping it? There we go. Separated and I can hit this now probably. Ooh. And off it goes.
Because I've seen a lot of people playing with the physics, like they'll build a room full of just loose cubes, and then they'll push the jetpack through it.
Yeah, I've seen these clips. Yeah, it's good stuff. Because you have to kind of, sometimes you really got to. I mean, this is just awesome, to be honest. Just flying inside, there's chunks of thruster. These fractures are so nice. Sorry, Indy. My first SE2 ship destroyed.
Comes off and knocks you out or something.
Great.
Well, at least you can say it was destroyed by us on stream, at least.
That claim to fame, Aaron. They've got that. They can hold that close at night.
Yeah, they can look. They destroyed it on stream. Everything I spent hours and hours of work, and they ruined it.
I know. Indy will be in my DMs.
Did you want to pick out a few of these questions that I've just popped up?
Yeah,
because there is some very unique and interesting questions in that I don't think we have an answer for.
Well, spaceship crashing into a dam. That will be happening at some point. No doubt about it. You can crash into a dam. You can do kind of dam busters. You can flood the valley, flood your enemy's base. There's all this stuff will come, guys. It's crazy to think. And it still right now, I've seen videos, but it still seems like coming from SE1, it's like, this is really going to be a thing. But yes. So it's crazy, honestly.
Because that just led me to thinking, like, if you hit a dam with a ship, right, and your ship gets stuck in the dam, will it plug the hole temporarily?
Oh, well, I think if you perfectly sealed it, but there's going to be some cracks, I think, around it. So
yeah, I know. But
it would slow the flow.
Things to test.
Yeah,
there'll be so many, or does your ship become like a water spout where now it flows through your ship?
Through the ship.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, water. That's why, guys. Like, it might feel like it's some time away, but time will fly. If you see what I mean. Like, I feel like it will be like we'll close our. You know that meme where there's like the guy, he's like looking at something, he closes his eyes, he opens it again, and it's like 10 years later. It'll feel something like that. I feel like you'll close your eyes and you open up, and then suddenly, like, I'll go to sleep tonight. I wake up and I'm like, wait, water's in the game. Like, it won't actually be. Yeah. But I really think like time is gonna fly, and I think once the workshop's in there, people are sharing grids. I think once modding is in there, and the modders are already tinkering with some crazy stuff. It's gonna be absolutely nuts, and I think that will keep everyone kind of going crazy for a bit. And then planets, and the planets are such high planets and survival. So I know there's discussions, people are, I'll probably pick up the game later and this, or like, I wish there was this in it. But I also think that I'm always saying also, Aaron, that I don't think SE2 is going to follow the exact same path, because people are like, it took this many years to get this and so on. I think the team is very efficient and very rapid. So I think
there's also been a lot of pre-development in a lot of these featured areas. So like something that Marek said last time was a lot of the features have been pre-baked in from the start. And as some of you are uncovering some of the things through various different ways, you can tell that these features have been planned from the beginning. So they are there, but they are in, deep stages of development.
Exactly.
So be careful what you uncover.
Yeah, no, but I think that's good to confirm for some people that these things are real. They're not just some like mythical thing that is like in the deep. Like these things are already there in some form. And I think the stuff that you guys, if you've seen stuff that's been found in the files and stuff, like this is even like obviously outdated because this is like a different build, vertical slice 1. The team is already working on the vertical slice 2 and so on, and like in parallel. So, and parts of that. So yeah, it's going to be very nice. There's a question here about SE1. We haven't touched on it today that much, but I do want to again reinforce the fact that Space Engineers 1 development continues. There is several updates in the works for SE1 in parallel to SE2, and the 206 update is coming in the coming months. So it's not going to be that long away. So you're going to be playing SE1, and there's going to be amazing blocks, amazing features as well. For some time.
We've already started teasing some of them.
We have, yeah.
We've already started teasing some. There's a few videos teasing some of the new blocks. Maybe someone teased a few too many blocks in this particular teaser, but you can have a look and see what you see, Maybe there is some things that you can connect some things together with. I don't know what they're called. Maybe there's some things you could store some things in. And you'll just have to watch that video very closely and, enhance until you find what you're looking for.
No, definitely. But I think that just highlights again the fact that there's a lot of people who are still playing SE1 and will be playing SE1 for like the foreseeable future, until maybe they get their feature that they want in SE2. So yeah, rest assured, guys, there's great things coming. So I think that's a really, probably, I imagine, Aaron, a solid point to wrap this stream up.
That is a perfect point to wrap this up.
On the 2-hour mark here. So we've done a perfect 2 hours. So let's do a couple of shout-outs in the chat. Who do we have? Give me a little wave if you're still here, lurking away. Or maybe not lurking. Aaron's gonna be cooking some stuff out, I'm sure. So you'll see videos and stuff from Aaron.
Yeah, we've got lots of plans. We've got SE2, SE1 stuff. We've got a combination of tutorials discussing some of things and lots of transparency so you guys can see what we're working on in the future, some sneak peeks. There's loads of lovely stuff in the pipeline as well. And it's all designed to complement our lovely content creators who are out there as well, building some of them amazing ships. And
I will give us some shout outs here. Let's see. Emil, Andrew, Alexi, Grabanton, Dragon, English/Slav, Hawking, Lunar Colony, how you doing, Luna? Space News, Fearos, Annette, Vanguard, Pavel, Keith, Delarian, Adomus, Jaro, Expand, Stella Mad, Debio, Bill, Iteration. We got Dan223D, we got Zeram, we got Blazing Dust, we got G'day, we got Eternal Colossus, we got Loki, I Am Grumpy, Phoenix the Knight. Oh, I messed it up a little bit. Rizian, Arkaville, Zarana, Indrasil, Savage, and Rivion, Space Explorer, and more. So thank you guys to everyone. And I did miss some there, but we see you. Thank you for today, joining us today. There'll be more streams next week. Keep an eye out and get stuck in, guys. Get stuck in. We're going to be looking out for that. And the hotfix is out. And yeah, Marek will be on soon. And pretty much, I think we've covered everything. Support site.
Sounds incredible.
Discord, discord.gg/KeenSWH.
Yep.
Make sure you're in the Discord if you're not already. It's the best place to kind of share your stuff and find other fellow engineers. So anything else, Aaron? You've got it. We're about to hit the outro.
We've covered everything. We've covered everything. You hit that outro button, and we will head off for the evening and leave these engineers some time to build or just realize what happened to them.
Sounds good. Yeah, you guys go digest those amazing builds we just saw. I know I will be. So have a great one, guys. Bye. See you soon. Out.
See you later.